Deleting a customer in the dynamic software system is much like editing a customer in the dynamic software system. You as a user must be at a certain security level. The procedure to set user security level is discussed in the System Administrator's video. Assuming you have the security level to change or delete customer data, please continue with this video. Deleting data in the dynamic system is not allowed once a record has been used in any other portion or module within the system. For example, if we had a customer that had many jobs opened against it, we would not want someone to delete that customer and lose the data on the orders. This is known as data integrity. We do realize that data changes, customers leave, employees leave, and that these people need to be eliminated from lookups in the system, and there are ways to do that. Normally what we do in those cases is make records inactive. You can delete data if the data has not been used anywhere else in the system. Let's look at all these options. First, what happens when we try to delete a record that is used elsewhere? Let's start up the customer file. Select OK at the selection criteria window. When we get to the list of customers, on the left-hand side, let's look down the list and see Alabaster Trade. Let's say we want to delete Alabaster Trade, as we know it has been used in many orders. First, look at the top of the screen. There is no delete button. In order to get the delete button, we must click on the edit button. Once we do that, we will notice that the delete button opens up. Let's select the record that we want to delete, Alabaster Trade, and now let's select the delete button. Notice that we get a message that says, do you want to delete the current record? We will say yes. We get an error message indicating that Alabaster Trade has been used in other records in the system. We're going to say OK, and it's going to take us through 3 error messages. Now when we look over on the left-hand side again, though, it appears Alabaster Trade has gone from the listing. When we select the Close button, though, the system will come up and again tell us modifications have been made to the data. Would you like to save the changes? If we think we're going to have gotten away with deleting Alabaster Trade and click yes, we will see that we get another error message telling us that Alabaster Trade cannot be deleted. Simply click on the OK button, go up to the Restore button. It now asks us, do we want to discard changes and restore all the information, and we want to say yes. Alabaster Trade now returns to that list. Now let's try to delete a record that we know has not been used anywhere else in the system. I set up a record called Delete Customer. So let's use our scroll bar and scan down the list until we find it. And there it is there, delete this one. I can highlight with the record marker. I can click the delete button. I can say, yes, I want to delete this current record. And notice that the customer is now disappeared from list. No error messages were given. So I have successfully deleted that customer from our system. But the chances of that happening are not very likely, unless we simply entered that customer initially and realized right away that it was a mistake and wanted to delete it. That would probably be one of the few times we could do that. The other way that we can do this is by making customers inactive. If a customer has gone out of business, or we know that they're never going to deal with us again, we can use the active in accounting, active in estimating flags to take them out of future lists. To do that, we simply select the record that we want. If we are already in edit mode, we can simply go over, or we would click on the edit button to take us into edit mode. Go over to the active in accounting, go over to active in estimating, and that customer will not appear in any future lists. We would then save those changes. So let's look at this. This is connectors. It's taken away from this list.